Welcome to Mastering the Math of Business with Lauren Young. Today we're going to be talking about a concept that intuitively is going to be one of those, yeah, I know that makes sense. But it's one of those concepts that I don't think is really grasped and fully appreciated. And that has to do with the origin of profits. The origin of profits in every business has its anchor point in the reason to believe. It's the reason to believe that holds the key to higher sales and profits. And the reason why I put this premise out there, that the reason to believe in what you do actually begins with your employees, who then, when they believe in what you do and are bought into your solutions and how they benefit customers, they're the catalyst. In fact, I call them a fast-acting catalyst that carries that reason to believe through all of the noise that interferes with people making a purchase decision. And that's the essence of generating higher sales with superior profits. It's getting your employees to believe in what you do so that they'll carry the breakthrough of noise to the customers. Because without this breakthrough, you're either going to only get sales from those that immediately get what you do and they know who you are, but you'll never really get the sales growth and the higher profits unless you also bring in those who just haven't made the connection yet. So let's appreciate the impact of noise and how it interferes with profits that originate from customer purchases. The difference between business success and business failure often comes down to the amount of purchases that are made. People that connect with what you do, in other words, that transaction, the buyer has a need to be met or a want to be satisfied. They connect with the seller, and now you've got a transaction. That transaction represents cash inflow. In that first transaction, there's a lot of noise that interferes with it. But once it happens, then you're in a position to start to earn profits off of those sales. So breaking through the noise is often a function of your people buying into the why you exist. When they get the why, they impact, and they are the best impact for growing sales and profits. This visual here really reinforces a couple of things for me. One is that you build a product and you promote that product, and all you got is money going out. And then once people connect, they're going to do one of two things. They're either going to pass, which has dire consequences ultimately over time, or they'll buy, which is business sustaining. And their purchase is going to be one of two types of purchases. It's going to be a one-time purchase, or it's going to be a repeat purchase. The more it's in this repeat purchase zone, the more important your sales process is. The point is, it's this exchange of value. That's what it comes down to. And your employees are in the best position to ensure that happens. So let's look at a narrative associated with this. We've got two businesses. We got business A and business B. Business A sells $3 million. Business B sells $3 million. But look at what's happening here with business A. They have relatively low margins, and as a result, they're not making a lot of money off of those sales. Business B has employees that are more bought in. They connect what they do better to why it matters, and as a result, there are better margins. But the point is, you lose money when you don't connect the why. Now consider a business that adds a sales process. Their margins stay the same, but they add a sales process where they goose their sales. That brings about higher bottom line profits. And as we drop in below, we'll show you what happens when you put a sales process in place that better connects people to the why, and its impact on both sales effectiveness and operating efficiency. So let's go on. To appreciate the math in deciding whether you want to own business A or business B, you're really going to, again, look at those big four numbers. You can look at a lot of numbers in between, but you want to look at the big four, because what you're ultimately wanting to do, and no, you don't need any additional factors to do this, what you're ultimately wanting to do is figure out what the margins are. You want to get a glimpse at the gross, operating, and net margins. And you do this because these margins are a representation of efficiency. And so as you can see, same sales, different margins, it really adds up quickly. Now let's look at the impact of putting a sales process in. A sales process will enable you to really start to improve your ability to convert prospects into customers. And the better you are at the conversion process, the higher your sales are. So here we've got a business example. I call this Business B 2.0. They put a sales process in, and notice the lift to their bottom line. They pick up an additional $750,000 in sales, and that translates into another $90,000 in bottom line profits. Now let's look at what I refer to as Business B 3.0. This is where they get that sales lift, but they also get a margin lift through improved efficiencies in the operation area, which increases gross profit. And in the business support area are the admin functions that support the entire business, because the sales are coming in cleaner, better, at your prices that you need to make money on. And that all translates into an additional $300,000 in bottom line profits. Against Business 2.0 and against Business 1.0, that's another $390,000. So you can really see the power of connecting people to the why. As with all videos associated with mastering the math of business, we put a call to action. And this call to action has to do with whether or not your employees get the why for what you do. If they do, good for you. Congratulations, because it's getting harder and harder for employees to connect to the why. And a big part of that is because business owners and management teams don't do a very good job of communicating the why, because they're not 100% clear on it. So to appreciate whether this is an issue for you or not, the point is the failure to sell at a profit leads to business failure. And so if you're struggling to hold on to the cash you would like to have, and you have employees that don't care about what you do, then take the free Business Fitness Health Check. This is a diagnostic instrument similar to your own physical that you go into, that's been designed to appreciate how at risk a business is to business cardiac arrest. The risk is real. And this fitness check will tell you just how at risk you are to suffering the pains of business cardiac arrest. So go to businessfitnesscheck.com, take the test, and you'll get a risk profile back to you pretty quickly after you complete the test. Actually, it'll be faster than what you get the results back from your physical. With that, I do wish to thank you again for tuning in to these videos. I appreciate comments and suggestions. I welcome likes and really love subscribers. So thanks again for tuning in to another edition of Mastering the Math of Business with Lauren Young. Go ahead.